There are several different sects in Judaism. The most orthodox are the Hasidim, or mystical Jews. Many of them dress in the same way as their ancestors in Europe did 100 years ago, and they follow the commandments very strictly.
And the Yid is like a precious stone.
Although it is quite unusual, there are some Hasidim who combine their religious traditions with artistic representation to express their mystical view of life.
Look, basically, when you see a person dressed in black, in the street, you not always can take for granted he was always like that.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, as an artist, you can be black and full of color.
In the Orthodox synagogue, men and women sit in separate areas. The men conduct the service while the women watch.
There's going to be the blessings of the stars and the blessings of the sand.
The Reformed sect, on the other hand, expresses a much more modern view in dress, worship service, and customs. In the past, the role of women in Judaism was largely confined to keeping the home in accordance with Jewish law. While this is still true in Orthodox Judaism, in the Reformed sect, women play a central part in the synagogue as well.
The thing that excites me so much about Judaism right now is the women in it. I see the face of Judaism being transformed by its women, and there's all sorts of ways that are being brought about by women rabbis now that are changing the liturgy, changing the way we daven, the way we pray, to make it more soulful, to make it more alive and refreshing, so that when you leave, you really feel like you've done something exquisite.
Reform Judaism was brought over to the United States later on, and now, as you know, it is a large denomination. It is a denomination that basically says you keep your Jewish heritage in the way that you feel fit, and it's not so important whether you drive on the Sabbath or whether you eat pork or don't eat pork. What's important is that you stay together as a community and that you make Judaism utterly relevant to modern life.
The most recent transformation within Judaism is the emergence of the Jewish renewal movement. Begun in the 1960s, Jewish renewal incorporates some of the ancient mystical elements of Hasidic Judaism, bringing its followers an opportunity for a direct experience of God.
Imagine I ask you the question, who are you? And you will answer, give me your name. And I say, thank you, who are you? And each time I ask deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you say, I am consciousness. And then I say, thank you, who are you? I'm the source of consciousness. Thank you, who are you? Ultimately, you have to say, I'm God. In this form, but I'm God. That notion of recognizing that we are children of God, like we are snippets of the great holograph, that we contain in ourselves that spark of the living God. That recognition, together with the celebration of the body and of the heart and of the insights that come from the mind, that basically created a matrix out of which Jewish renewal came. We do a lot of singing and dancing because when the body is awakened and the heart wakes up too, then the heart wants to express itself. And all of us, if we get an opportunity to dance when we aren't watched by other people, everyone is a ballet dancer,
Other elements are an openness to the wisdom of other religious traditions, such as Buddhism and Sufism, equality of women and men in shaping the future of Judaism, and a concern for healing the environment. This movement emphasizes a joyful approach to religion and spirituality with chanting, dance, and meditation, as well as traditional prayer and study of Torah.